Hey Globals, welcome to DLD 25. We have the honor to have Andy Goldstein from a new venture, Andy.
Yep.
How many hats I know, but the one who doesn't know, a person who is very well known in the startup scene in Germany, one of the founders of the German Accelerator. And now you have new story that I would love to hear more and tell us. Andy, how you enjoying DLD first?
DLD is one of those great events where you always, when you're inside the room, you're listening, you feel like you should be outside networking, and when you're outside networking, you realize you're missing something great in the
A lot of inspiration going on here.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have a new baby here.
We do.
Venture University.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more?
Yeah, we're a US VC fund. We do tickets between 100K to $1 million, sometimes over that. We do about 4 investments every quarter, and what's really completely unique about it is that we train investors to make investments. So if
inspire more these venture capitals in here.
So, but you're really inside our fund. You're a full-scale venture partner if you're accepted into the program, tuition-based program. But you really learn, of course, deep academics. But it's run by 2 general partners, one with 30 years, the other 18 years VC, and you really do the investment. So you sit in the partner meeting. You present at the investment committees, and then the fund writes the check, and we invest. So you really learn.
Who is this for?
It's for a couple different groups. It's for people a lot of younger people who have done MBAs or done their masters, want to get into the VC business, but they have no track record. Here you come out after 3 weeks with 4 deals under your belt. Some people do it for a full year. The other big group are people who have sold their companies, are doing angel investments that are probably not working out so great, want to understand and professionalize, see how does a really top-notch global VC do it, and you're part of that. And so those are the 2 big groups that we're targeting.
That's awesome. Like, how are you feeling about the VC temperature?
I think it's picking up again, definitely. I mean, I think it's been down significantly. I think since the Ukraine war, that really changed everything. But I do see that there's a lot of dry powder out there. There's a lot of family offices that are interested who would like to be more in VC, but they don't necessarily know how to do the investment. So they're also people that we talk to. So I'm quite, and I see the exit market coming back as well. So I think 2025. 26 hopefully is going to be really strong for VC.
So we always consider a personal inspiration bringing the American way of doing business and expansion and thinking global. Can you tell us what else Germans or Europeans need to learn from this?
I'm happy to do that. I mean, it is true. I'm American. I came over and started my first company here a long time ago and set up the Entrepreneurship Center at the LMU and the German Accelerator. And I think that it's really, it's just important to give people in Europe, and not just Germany, but give people in Europe know-how. What I notice is that people, Europeans and Germans, when they know what they're talking about, they tend to be a lot more inspirational, they tend to be a lot more excited about it, and they believe in it a lot more. And so I think, like, if you look really now at I have 2 angel funds that I run, and we have around 35 investments. There's not a single one of my investments that has gotten past the B round where we don't have American investors in it, right? And that's because Americans start earlier and go later, and I think that it's important to really train European investors so that they understand what is it that we're looking for in a top-notch investment. And I think, then we'll turn around. We have a market that's bigger than America, but we invest, 1/20th of the money in venture capital, and that needs to change.
I agree. I mean, I think everything started on the language. I think one of the key words that I see, if you say in the English, American is like, it's venture capital. It's like an adventure. In German is risiko capital. So it's like,
exactly.
Igual la capital de riesgo in Spanish and many others. It's like, I think it's like we need to like get those words, probably change the words and to make it more adventure, like the venture capital. But I think it starts mentality
Yeah, it is.
The way of investing of US, like, it's an amazing idea. Let's put some money, and then boom, and then business growing. That's how companies like Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn, they come out. Like
Yes.
here in Europe, they're not coming out because like show me that works, and then I'll put some money. It's like the
And,
tantema,
you
you
know,
know?
but the thing is that the reality is I don't really think that in Europe we have a great company problem. There are a lot of great companies. Yeah? I
Indeed.
mean, you know, you look at the Salonis and the Flixbus and the
Yeah.
Trade Republics and all of these companies that have come out. You know, but we definitely have a challenge with the investor community, right? Who just don't, you know, who don't understand what it means to back a company in the early stage, what you need to look for, and how to stay in it long enough.
That's
that
your camera. So
Yeah.
tell them your three
Yeah.
your three calls to action there to the
Yeah,
investors.
I think the call to action for investors is really to begin to understand, you know, when you look at a company, what is the margin of improvement that the company is it big enough? Yeah? Is it big enough that it's going to truly revolutionize something? And if it is the market itself that you're going into big enough? And if the market is big enough and the idea is revolutionary enough, do you have a marketing hack that's going to allow you to gain that market share? And those things together really make a VC case.
That's a VC case. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. We need to talk this topic because we're very passionate on sales and expansion.
Yeah.
What are your takeaways of those ones?
I think that it's an interesting moment right now because most scale-ups do realize that their number one issue is sales. And in Europe, people tend to have a bit of a challenge with sales. Also, they don't like the pushiness of it, and there are a lot of tools out there right now, especially AI tools, that are really doing a lot of the hard work for you that people don't want to do. We've started using a number of sales tools, and it makes a big difference. Also, I think there's a lot of opportunity. You know, I think social media, as much as we're all kind of sick of it in a way, it's still at the very beginning. It's still at the very beginning, and you know, the ability to understand who's looking for what you're able to deliver. That's what all these AI tools are about, and I think that there's a lot of potential. So
yeah, that's great. As regard expansion, you're one of the founders of German Accelerator, helping to German companies go to US as well. I was one of the alumni there, like but tell us about this expansion, like how we recommend in a company that's already grows enough, thinking on expansion, like what would be your tip for investing there?
I think you have to take a look at the size of the market you're in to begin with. You have to be very realistic about it. Why did we start the German Accelerator? By taking companies over first to the United States, and now you can go to 9 different countries with the German Accelerators, because the market there is just simply big enough, right? And I think that if you're in Germany, you have to decide, do I want to be a local player? Do I want to be a global player? And it's not a good idea to wait. It's really not. It's better you will have more luck raising money with the right internationalization story, which will allow you to do the internationalization than simply to sort of wait around and see if the market's big enough, because if it's not, then you're not going to get the traction. So I think that, and you see that with like Israeli companies, right? Obviously, if you're from Israel, you have a €7 million market. You don't have any
need to
choice.
think global from day
you're
one.
Born global from day one, and that's something that I think European companies need to do more of.
The challenge maybe for the German, they have a strong market. They think that they can just stay in the German market, and they don't think global like Israel. They need to think global from day one.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right, I think we got a lot here packed in 10 minutes. Thanks so much, Andy, for your time. We're looking forward then. Of course, you're invited to the Global Sales Tech Festival in Barcelona. I need to tell you that. And happy to be in touch.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure, Andy.
Great. Bye-bye.